Goal! Go, 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 goal! Hey, everybody. We're going to be talking about goals. Well, not that kind of goals, I guess. Not soccer goals. We're going to be talking about goals for 2023. Hey there. My name is Chris Schweigel. I am the founder and CEO of Chris Connects, a real estate investment company that hooks you up with passive investment opportunities. And, it's the time of the year. Beginning of the year is the time when a lot of people like to create goals for the year. I am someone who likes to set goals. I've been someone who doesn't set goals. And what's funny is no matter what happens, if I set them or I don't set them, whatever I decide is going to happen pretty much is going to happen. So if you don't want to achieve anything, if you like things to be exactly how they are, this is a good time to hit stop or to find something else to do, because I'm going to spend some time talking about goals. And goals, in essence, is the concept of getting out of your comfort zone intentionally, finding ways that you will set aside time, finding ways that you'll set aside some of your energy, some of your mindset to create a space to learn something new, to do something new, to grow. Getting out of your comfort zone, by definition, is growth. And so I hope to grow in 2023. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to me because I'm setting some goals. And I'm someone who I'm pretty thick-headed. I'm pretty stubborn. So if I say something's going to happen, usually it's going to happen. Now, I have in my past tend to be what someone calls hammer Chris. This is where I get the work done no matter what. And I don't want to do that anymore. I'm trying to be water Chris. Water Chris is someone who is fluid, who swims, who is flexible, who gets stuff done, but with some grace and with some gentleness to it. And so, I was at a goals retreat with my wife, Kelly, a couple weeks ago, and we've got them all finalized and set in stone. And the last thing to do is to broadcast your goals. So here's what I'm doing. I'm feeling a little vulnerable, feeling a little raw right now because I just got them done earlier this morning. But I'm going to share with you what my goals are for 2023. And I'm kind of chuckling thinking about them because some of them are going to be cool goals. Some will help other people. Some are just going to be straight up nerdy. So you're going to have to bear with me on that. But I'll go through each one and let you know what my goals are and why I set that goal. Maybe, just maybe, this might inspire somebody to take a chance with some goals, or maybe to come on board. Maybe we can work together. Maybe we can help each other out, become better people, or grow. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set an intentional family time plan. I'm a family man. I tend to spend a lot of time with my family. I really enjoy that. I try to be as present as possible with my family, putting the phone away, all that kind of stuff. I've been kind of shying away from that. I'll have my phone out from time to time, just, glancing at it, touching it. I thought I heard that we touch our phones 2,000 times a day. That's an incredible number. And I think a lot of times it's just, we're mindless, essentially. So I want to be more mindful of my time with family. And so I have three components to my intentional family time. And number one, I've heard about forced family fun, and now the Schweigels are having forced family fun. We decided on a night of the week, and the three of us are going to get together and spend some time together. I believe that quantity time leads to quality time, and we all want quality time. So we are going to find ways to spend quality time together. Second, I am going to spend one-on-one time with my nieces. I'm going to set up a schedule and do that. We get to hang out quite a bit at family dinners and holidays and stuff like that. But I've realized that I just want to be more a part of their life. And I remember growing up, it's always nice to have more and more grown-ups and adults listening to you and caring for you and being there. So that's something that I'll make time for in 2023 for sure. In fact, it's already on the calendar. And then the third one, we're going to have quarterly meetings here. I know that sounds super nerdy, and trust me, my wife already told me that, hey, we're not a business, we're not a corporation, we don't need to have quarterly meetings. And we won't have any trust falls or anything like that. As much as I would love to have some trust falls, we won't. Instead, what we're going to talk about is the changing seasons here that we experience in Minnesota, and what do we want to experience here in the next spring, summer, fall, winter. Get that planned out. How do we like how our family is going? How do we want to change how our family is going? And then also allow some time for Luella, my 7-year-old, to voice her opinions and start to have some ownership about what happens in this household. But don't tell her, but I think she kind of runs the show anyway. But this gives her an opportunity to talk about what's on her mind in a more formal way. So those are the three aspects where I'm going to implement a more intentional family plan. The next one, on the 4th of July this year, I'm going to weigh 170 pounds. For a long time, from 2015 until 2021, I was on a really restrictive diet for my health. There was a lot of scares there about fatality and if I would be around or I would be hooked up to machines and stuff like that at this point. And thankfully that didn't happen, and I don't need to be on a really restrictive diet anymore, which is awesome. But here's something I can tell you from experience. When you can eat suddenly whatever you want, you will eat suddenly everything that you see. I got quite lazy. I love Chipotle. I love nachos. Oh, I love nachos. I love enchiladas. I love like melted cheese. Like melted cheese is so awesome. I love eating meat. I love eating, like sodium. I love eating at restaurants, and I do love fast food. Taco Bell is probably my favorite. My wife got me into Taco Bell, and thanks, babe. Love Taco Bell. But I can't be doing that anymore. Thank goodness that I don't have any sort of, chronic diseases anymore. Instead, I just have my own motivation and my own body that tells me that it hurts and that there's aches and pains, and I feel big and I feel sluggish and I don't want to hang out with my daughter. And that's not what I want at all. So by the 4th of July, I'm going to weigh 170 pounds, and I've got a little exercise thing going. I'm going to lose 1.5 ounces a day. That's the whole plan. I just have to lose a pound every 11 days. So it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, right? I mean, I don't know. We did just go to McDonald's the other day, but I've got work to do in terms of meal planning and all that kind of stuff. But more to come about that. I'm broadcasting it. It's going to happen. It's going to come true. Next, very, very nerdy, but I want to play Christmas carols on my trumpet. We're getting super nerdy. We're getting off the rails here. I definitely want to play Christmas carols on my trumpet. I have a trumpet that my grandpa played forever ago. And then my mom played when she was in school, and then I played when I was in school, and I kept it around. But I haven't played it in like 5 or 10 years, and I just keep always wanting to. Do you have those goals or those things that you want to do in your head, and you never do anything about it? I've been thinking about wanting to play my trumpet for years and years and years, maybe even a decade or more, and I've never done it at all. And my first step that I just did yesterday was to get the trumpet out, bring it up into the living room so that it's there and I look at it. And now I'm going to have to start tooting it. And here's the thing about learning a musical instrument no one tells you is that it hurts. It hurts. Every single musical instrument hurts. When you learn to play guitar, it hurts your fingers, both your right and left hand. You learn to play drums, it hurts. It hurts your wrists. It hurts my pinkies. I dislocated both of my pinkies learning how to play drums because I was lazy with my stick handling. And I know it's going to hurt to play trumpet. It hurts right here and it hurts on your lips and all that kind of stuff as you try to make some notes with this trumpet. So thank goodness, guys, I'm not going to be live streaming or broadcasting any of my trumpet practices, but I am going to be doing some Christmas carols in about 11 months on my trumpet. Maybe I'll do them on here. Who knows? You know, that'd be kind of nice. A little up on the rooftop or something like that. Who knows? But anyway, I'm going to play some trumpet this year. And of course, I'm a real estate dude, so I've got some real estate goals. First and foremost, I am going to build a couple houses in Cape Coral, Florida. And I am going to find a couple families who want to share them. And I am going to figure out a way to get, the lanai, the hot tub, the pool set up. I'm going to find a way to get these ready to share with the world as short-term rentals. I'm really excited about that. It's going to be super fun to have a place that's in a location completely opposite to Minnesota that, I can share with other families. Other families can get on board if they want to be a part of the process. And I'm just really excited to get some of this stuff built. There's been a long delays. There was a hurricane there, COVID, a lot of government backups, stuff like that with the banks and all that kind of stuff. So really excited to get that going, to get some help with designing them, to make them look Floridian, to make them look fun and homey, and to have it be a really cool place to share with other families. That's going to happen this year. Another thing that's going to happen, I'm gonna throw a party for my birthday. I haven't had a big birthday party in a long time, and my birthday's at the end of August, so I suppose I got some time to plan that out. And normally on my birthday, it's right around the time that the Minnesota State Fair, the largest state fair in the country, happens. Some people in Texas are going to say, our state fair is a little bit bigger. Well, your state fair only draws 100,000 more people than our state fair, and you do it over 30 days. We do it in 12. So, I don't think so. Minnesota is the largest state fair. It's the Minnesota get together. I love it. A lot of the buses that take people to the fair and back from park and rides go by our house. We wave to them, we honk, we have a great time. I overeat. I see fish, I see horses, I usually dance, I usually karaoke. I want to throw a party and get some people to the Great Minnesota Get Together. That's a goal of mine. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And last but not least, I am going to help some people get money into real estate that maybe didn't know how to do that. I'm going to help people in two ways. One, I'm creating a course. I'm working with a friend of mine who's going to, do the videos and get it up online, all that kind of stuff. I've already shot it. We're going to start taking some pre-orders on it. So it's going to be all about getting your first rental property. So if you want to house hack like I did, if you want to buy a place and rent it out, if you want to work with partners and rent it out, if you want to get into real estate, but you don't exactly know how to do it and you want someone to show you exactly what to do, I've got hours and hours and hours of footage. Everything from, getting your mindset right to closing on the property, to rehabbing the property, to getting tenants in there, to communicating with tenants, to figuring out what to do when they're going to move out and get new tenants put in, to figuring out how to build a portfolio and how you can use real estate to build other niches or other passion projects that you have, whether it be, like residential assisted living or sober housing or whatever that might be. This course runs the entire gamut. So if you want to learn how to do this stuff, but you've always hesitated or don't know how to do it, this course is going to be for you. So for active investors, that's going to be the one. And for passive investors, getting my company set up to take on, private capital to, help investors, people I know, people I have yet to meet, to get money invested into real estate. So in 2023, I'm going to get $1 million from other people who don't know how to invest in real estate and get it into real estate, into big, awesome, big bad deals. It's going to be great. So I want to help 1,000 people this year get into real estate actively through the course or passively through our syndication company. So those are my goals for 2023. It's going to happen. And now I've set it on my calendar for the very last Chris Connects Live, the very last Wednesday of 2023. We'll see how I did. Because what's the use in setting goals if you don't see how you did? So I might be come on playing the trumpet, talking about my birthday party from a house I built and got ready to go in Cape Coral with some investors, slim and thin and, ready for a new day. So I hope that this is inspiring to you guys. Maybe you want to get on board. Maybe you want to make your own goals. Maybe you don't care at all about my goals. Maybe you want to learn how to play harmonica or, be a flautist like Lizzo. Go for it. Do all that kind of stuff. But please, please, please Get out of your comfort zone. Grow a little bit. See what's out there. You can read about it in books, but man, it feels good when you feel it. So until next time, take care, everybody. I'm Chris Schwegel, Chris Connects.